Right guys, just give a wee update on where I am with the MoJo development project. Last time I showed you one of these DZA boards use Z sensor amplifiers and just how sensitive it can be. We've now got 4 connected together and a little ring of LEDs at the end that we'll look at in a minute. But more interestingly, we have a Arduino Leonardo board on the end. That is connected by USB back to the computer and is emulating a joystick. There's a little joystick tester. So it's taking the real-time data from the DZA boards, and then we have a pair of Z sensors here which is operating on a pair of these input channels, so we can deal with 8, as I said. So let's just look at one technique that we can use to use 2 Z sensors to work as many buttons on a joystick as practical. This is running a little bit of code on here, which is called rainbow buttons. It's just one of many ways of utilizing the power of the Arduino to help you. Okay, we'll stick the camera up here. Hopefully you can get a reasonable view. Now what we're interested in is this little ring of LEDs. When I press this Z sensor, you'll see the ring will start to flash red in a circle. Red, then green, then blue, and the ultimate yellow. See, that was clockwise. And this Z sensor will do the same, but anti-clockwise. Okay, each one of these colors, so we've got 4 colors here, represents a button. So we've got clockwise, we've got 4 buttons, and anti-clockwise, we've got 4 buttons. The very first colors, red, that the colors can all be allocated any button numbers you want. But let's say a quick press of the left-hand sensor will give me a flash of red. That's the equivalent of, let's say, clicking button number 1. And the same with the right-hand one. That'll be button, let's say, number 2. If you want to hold a button, the first buttons are allocated click functionality only. The colors above red can all be held, and the way that works is if I went up to, say, let's try blue, and then I release the pressure, which will go back into green, then the Arduino holds the highest color I achieved, in this case blue. So although I'm only pressing hard enough to get green, it's locking on blue. So we can click and hold any of the colors above red, and the same is true for the other Z sensor. Now these buttons, these Z sensors do work as a pair, and when I select a particular button and hold it, so we'll go up to yellow, say, hold yellow. If I press the other Z sensor, its functionality is now multi-click. So as I press, we get multiple clicks, and notice I can leave the original sensor alone now, and the harder I press the other Z sensor, the faster the repeat rate, until we release both and we're back to where we started. So in the clockwise direction, hold green, there you go. Now the code that's doing that is very straightforward. If we fire up a magnifier on my screen here, we should see, hopefully you can see that. This is the code it's running on the Arduino. It's running an encoder called rainbow buttons. It's taken the force from Z sensor on card 2, channel 1, and Z sensor from card 3, channel 2, and it's loading it to the joystick. Hope you find that interesting. Cheers for now.